What do you get when you mix island charm with some of the best brews the Northwest has to offer? You get Hops on the Rock, Orcas Island's annual craft beer festival, and it's back this Veterans Day weekend and bigger than ever. And joining us is Rick Hughes, co-founder of the festival, and yes, he brought samples.
I did bring some samples for 9:30 in the morning.
Oh,
or whatever time
I know. We're so excited for that. Before we taste test,
Okay.
tell me why you started Hops on the Rock.
Right, so this is about 8 years ago, I think in 2018, and 5 or 6 of us that were really good friends, we felt like November is the worst time of the year for our community because there's no one there. And so a lot of folks celebrate not having a lot of tourists, but the business owners are struggling. We got payroll to meet. And so all of us wanted to give back to the community. So we're a total nonprofit. All the money we make goes to the chamber. We don't get a dime out of it. I mean, we go to dinner once and get a great sweatshirt, but it's really, so I own the pharmacy, the gentleman who owns the market is there. There's a chimney sweep guy, one of the original breweries on the island. The Lower Tavern, I think said that, and then the Chamber of Commerce rep. So it also became, we're such really good friends that it was an excuse for us to get together every week, throughout the year to plan an event that is insane. We do all this planning for a one-day, 5-hour event, and then it's time for next year.
And it's your 8th year, you were saying already.
We missed 1 year in the pandemic. But
okay. And what can visitors expect when they come to this festival?
Well, it's great. I mean, there's nothing better Northwesty, if that's a word, than drinking beer outside in November, freezing, and listening to live music and having great local food. So it's just an amazing weekend. And we only lost one tent in a storm, which was great. But we've had up to 1,000 people, so it's a really great event. And imagine bringing 600 or 700 people to a small community. And there's nothing better, in my opinion, than fall on Orcas Island. I mean, it's just a beautiful time of year. You can't, leaves are changing, and there's always some crazy fun stuff to do. You can go mushroom hunting, and all that kind of stuff.
What's new this year, too?
The biggest thing we're going to try to do is do bottle service. So, in the past, if you've wanted to buy something that was there, you had to go into one of the stores, but we haven't always had the beer. So a lot of these folks will bring out specialty beers. So it's that seasonal beer that they're going to do. For example, the Dow of Manny's literally came out today. So we're trying to get that Northwest beer that's hard to find, but it's also great. So this allows someone to come take something back. Plus, the brewers don't pay a lot of money to be involved with us. So if they can make, it's expensive to come to the island for a weekend. So it helps them out with getting access to some extra money and helps them want to come back.
Okay, taste test time. Where are we starting?
We're going to start with a beautiful, and by the way, these we've got Fremont Pike and Georgetown. These are kind of the quintessential Northwest, some of the older breweries, and they're the biggest of the microbrews here in our state. So this is a non-alcoholic beer.
Non-alcoholic. So we're starting, you're easing me into it. Okay.
Yeah, and so just look at this one. Tell everyone this is what we're drinking the whole time.
47 calories. That's it. Okay. Great. I'm going to taste test.
Tell you what, it's going to be citrusy maybe.
Please, yeah, tell me what notes.
I have no idea. I run a pharmacy. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, that's the best thing when you're just taste testing. Do you like it or do you don't? I love it. It tastes definitely like beer. I would not be able to tell that was non-alcoholic.
That's great. And we try to make sure that all the folks bring opportunities that aren't alcoholic. So we have a new kind of,
push
all sorts of different push to make people they can come to the event and have a really good time and not have to be, drunk or have too much. And we've been fortunate that we've never had an incident and people have a great time.
Exactly. What's next? A cider?
Now we're going to go to a cider. And so we've got,
this is my fave.
What I forgot to mention is that we have close to 30 breweries, cideries, and wineries. So this is a beer festival, but we also love a little Washington-made cider.
Is such,
There you go.
It just is perfect for fall. This is what I think. Okay.
Well, another thing that's really great about this festival is that it's only Washington companies.
Oh, that's delicious.
We try to support Cheers.
Cheers.
How much of this are we drinking?
I know. I'm pacing myself. This is so good. It's not overly sweet. I do not care for a sweet cider. This is very crisp, dry, delicious. That's a favorite for sure. Okay, what's next?
So we're going to try, this is, like I said, the Dow of Manny, which if anyone's familiar, Manny is from Georgetown Brewery here in the area. And they only sold keg beer for the longest time. So this is kind of a new thing, but this literally came out today.
Today? Gosh.
So this is going to be a West Coast IPA.
Can you pick a favorite beer? Is it just hard for you to...
Oh, well, I like dark beers, so it's
more of a dark
stout, and it's kind of like having your breakfast while you're, having a beer.
Cheers. Okay, here we go. I could smell that as I was going in.
So it's going to be bittery. It's more of a, like I said, it's a West Coast, so it's like a fresher hop. But
That
it's
is fresh.
So 75% of all the hops that it's used in America come from Washington State or Walla Walla area or Yakima area. So we have this ability in the region to get localized hops to market super fast.
Interesting.
So a lot of these local brews, they're really getting beer out the day or the day after they finish it. So you don't get that with a big beer.
Okay, what's next? Space Needle?
Space Needle.
I really liked that. I was surprised. I don't know. Oh, is it the other one, the orange one, right? Space Needle? Or what's that? Or you want to do that?
Let's do this one.
Let's do it. Whatever. What's this guy?
This is a hop.
Okay.
A hoppy head full of fresh hops. So it's going to be more of an East Coast IPA. And so when you think of like hazy IPAs, that's going to be more of an East Coast. Cheers.
Oh, again, cheers. I'm really liking everything that you're bringing. Very good. Okay. Nothing's like overpowering or I don't know. It's very light, fresh, crisp. Okay, moving on.
So should we make an attempt at the big tavern beer?
Let's do it. I'm going to bring these big cups.
Okay.
All right, what's this big jug about?
Practice this at home. So again, Manny's, could you hold this for me?
Yes.
Let's do this together here.
Okay.
So Manny's, this used to be the smallest container you could buy a Manny's from.
What?
Was a growler.
Look at how much you're pouring for me too. Oh, Lord. Okay, want me to help you here? We got to get our last cheers in. True. And now, here we go. Our last one to try. See if it's our favorite. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Whoa.
Right? So this is supposed to be the Rainier of independent brewery, right? So it's like Olympia or Rainier.
I didn't want to offend. I was like, it's giving Rainier.
So this is just providing that base level beer, and then everything else has a little bit more experimentation and different flavors.
I can tell this is your favorite, isn't it?
You can. Oh, maybe. I'm a cider guy too.
You don't have to say. Okay, I'm a cider girl. Thank you for being here. And don't miss Hops on the Rock in Orcas Island on Saturday, November 8th. This 21 and older festival is your ticket to fall flavor in the San Juans.
And you can get tickets at hopsontherock.org.
You heard it.
.com.